Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt your legs hesitate for just a moment? Maybe you shrugged it off, thinking, "I've been sitting too long," or "That's just age catching up with me." But what if I told you that brief pause, that shaky feeling, that little dip in strength, could be your body trying to get your attention? It might be a subtle warning, a sign that your legs, which have faithfully carried you through life's journey, are beginning to weaken. It's not always sudden. In fact, it usually happens slowly, almost invisibly. You start skipping the stairs. You lean against walls or grip furniture to feel steady. Walks become shorter, or harder. And the most alarming part? You can't quite remember when these changes began. But here's something few people talk about: your legs are often the first to lose strength as you grow older. It happens before your heart shows signs of trouble. Before your memory slips. Before your energy fades, it's your legs. And if we ignore these early signals, the outcome can be serious. Falls, broken bones, long recoveries, and even losing the independence you value so deeply. But this isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to empower you. Because here's the good news: you're not helpless. There are natural, effective ways to fight back. And it can begin with something as simple as what you eat. There are 3 specific foods that can help keep your legs strong, your balance steady, and your freedom intact. We'll explore all of that in this video. So pour yourself a warm drink, get comfortable, and let's talk about how you can keep your legs strong and ready for everything ahead. But first, I want to know, have you ever felt unsure on your feet or noticed your strength slipping? If so, type "I'm here" in the comments. You're not alone, and others need to see that they aren't either. And if you're looking for real, kind-hearted advice on staying strong and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button. Now let's dive in. Your legs don't deserve to quietly lose their strength. Let's work on restoring them, starting now. Picture this: Mr. Frank, age 74, once a proud postman full of life and stories. Every morning, he'd lace up his shoes and walk his neighborhood like clockwork. It wasn't just about staying fit, it was his time for peace, for movement, for joy. But over time, his 30-minute stroll shrank to 20 minutes, then 15. Eventually, just a short trip to the mailbox and back. When his daughter asked him why, he simply said, "I guess I'm just getting old." But let me tell you, this isn't just aging. It's a signal. One of the first signs of weakening legs is a slower walk or struggling with everyday movements like standing up, stepping down, or getting out of a chair. One of the first signs that your legs are getting weaker is when you start to walk slower or struggle with everyday things, like getting up from a chair, standing from the couch, or stepping up onto a curb. At first, you might not think much of it. You might push harder on the armrests, pause halfway up the stairs, or lean on the wall for support, thinking it's just part of getting older. But often, there's more going on beneath the surface. As we grow older, especially past 60, we naturally start losing muscle. This happens faster when we don't keep those muscles active. The large muscles in your thighs, like the quadriceps and hamstrings, begin to shrink. That's when a condition called sarcopenia starts. It can sneak up slowly, like how Harold's walk got slower, but it gets worse if we don't take action. Here's the thing: most people think this is just normal aging. Some doctors even overlook it until there's a fall or injury. But waiting for an accident is like ignoring smoke until the fire's out of control. We need to spot the early signs. If walking feels slower or standing takes more effort, don't ignore it. When we move less, we lose even more muscle. Then it gets harder to stay independent. But the good news? You can fight back, and it doesn't take much. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment. You can start at home. Try seated leg lifts. Sit up straight, lift one leg and hold it out for a few seconds, then lower it. Do this during TV commercials. If you're up for more, add ankle weights or bands. Here's another tip: next time you get up from a chair, try doing it without using your hands. Just use your legs. It'll be hard at first, but that challenge helps your muscles grow stronger. Remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I want you to keep using your legs to walk, dance, garden, and play with your grandkids. You deserve that. But movement isn't the only thing. What you eat also matters. There's another sneaky threat to your strength: poor circulation, and it often starts in the kitchen. Let me tell you about Lillian. She's 81, a retired teacher with a bright smile. She loved to sit by the window knitting, sipping tea, with soft music playing. But something was bothering her. Her feet were always cold, even with warm socks and the heater on. Sometimes they tingled, sometimes they felt numb. She thought, it's probably just circulation. Nothing serious. She mentioned it to her doctor casually, and they said, it's just age. But it turned out to be more serious than anyone thought. She brushed it off, thinking, maybe it's just poor circulation. Nothing serious. At a routine checkup, she casually brought it up. Her doctor said, it's probably just part of getting older. But the truth was more serious than anyone thought: cold feet, tingling, numbness. These aren't just everyday annoyances, they can be early signs of reduced blood flow to the legs, something known as peripheral artery disease, or PAD. With PAD, the arteries get narrower because of plaque buildup, and when that happens, your blood, your body's fuel, struggles to reach where it's needed. Since your legs and feet are farthest from the heart, they're often the first to show the effects. Without enough oxygen-rich blood, your muscles, especially in your thighs and calves, tire out quickly. Think of your muscles like car engines, and your blood as the fuel. If the fuel line is clogged, the engine sputters, slows, and eventually breaks down. That's exactly what happens with poor circulation. The tragedy? Most people ignore the warning signs. They blame it on aging, the weather, or high blood pressure. But this isn't just about discomfort, it's dangerous. Poor circulation weakens your legs, making it harder to stay steady and independent. The good news? You can take action today. Simple steps make a difference. Elevate your legs when sitting, even a pillow under your calves helps. Start your day with gentle stretches, flex and point your toes or roll your ankles. Drink plenty of water. Better hydration means better blood flow. Even short walks around the house can help more than you think, and what you eat matters. Your blood vessels are lined with fragile tissue, and the right foods can support and strengthen them, helping blood move freely and deliver nutrients throughout your body. We'll cover 3 powerful foods shortly, but first, let's talk about a warning sign that's not physical, but deeply emotional. Meet Jason. He's 80. A proud veteran, father, and an avid gardener. His backyard was his pride, full of herbs. He was a proud father, a Vietnam veteran, and above all, a devoted gardener. His backyard was his peaceful retreat, filled with tomatoes, herbs, and blooming roses. Gardening wasn't just a hobby for him, it was a gift. There was something calming about seeing him out there, hands in the dirt, sun warming his back. But then, everything shifted. One day, while trimming the hedges as usual, he stepped backward and nearly tripped on a rake. He didn't fall, but that small moment sparked something deep inside him. After that, he stopped going outside, stopped tending the plants, stopped caring for the space he once loved, not because he couldn't physically manage it anymore, but because he lost trust in his legs. That brief scare planted fear, and fear can be just as limiting as any injury. What many don't realize is that once someone begins to question their stability, it changes everything. The brain starts sending warning signals. Muscles tighten. Steps grow shorter and more cautious. Balance falters. Then the anxiety kicks in. What if I fall? What if no one's around? What if I lose my independence? And soon, they start walking less, standing less, and doing less overall. The less they use their legs, the faster those legs weaken. It's a cycle that begins in the mind, not the body. Loved ones might look and think, why isn't he doing anything? He used to be so active. But they don't see the fear. They don't feel the subtle dread of losing balance. They don't hear the quiet voice inside whispering, "What if this time I fall?" It's not laziness. It's a protective instinct, so what can we do? The answer lies in slowly rebuilding that trust in their legs, and trust in themselves. Start small. Encourage walking short distances in safe, familiar places, through the kitchen, down the hallway, even around the table. Help them reconnect with the ground beneath them. Use aids like canes or walkers. Not as signs of weakness, but as stepping stones toward confidence. Simple balance exercises can work wonders too, like gently shifting weight from side to side while standing at the counter, or slowly lifting onto the toes while holding a chair. Every small success strengthens belief. I can still do this. Remember this, legs aren't just limbs. They're independence. They carry us through life. And confidence is the key to keeping that independence. But even with exercises, patience, and support, there's one more critical piece: nutrition. The body can't rebuild strength, restore muscles, or boost confidence without the right fuel. Let's talk about the 3 essential foods every senior should include in their diet to maintain strong legs, steady energy, and lasting independence. Because no matter where you are, whether your legs feel solid or a bit unsteady, what you eat makes a difference. You don't need expensive supplements or complex meal plans. Just a few simple, powerful foods that nourish your muscles, bones, and circulation can go a long way. Here are 3 essential foods every senior should include in their diet to keep their legs strong, healthy, and moving with ease well into their later years. Let's begin with the first powerhouse: salmon. Salmon is often called a muscle doctor and a circulation hero for good reason. It's loaded with top-quality protein, which is key for maintaining muscle mass. As we get older, our muscles naturally shrink, a condition known as sarcopenia, but protein still does wonders. And salmon has exactly the kind of protein your muscles need, but that's not all. Salmon is also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and keep your blood vessels flexible. This means better blood flow to your legs, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, helping them stay strong and responsive. Not sure how to add salmon to your meals? It's simpler than you think. You can grill it, bake it, or even pick up pre-cooked or canned salmon. Use it in salads, sandwiches, or serve it with veggies for a hearty meal. Worried about price or fat content? Don't be. Canned salmon is just as nutritious and much easier on the wallet. And the fat in salmon? It's the healthy kind, good for your heart and joints, not harmful. Plus, eating salmon just once or twice a week is enough to see real benefits. Now, on to the second leg-friendly food: leafy greens. Think spinach, kale, collard greens. They may not seem like leg foods, but they're critical because strong legs also need strong bones. These greens are packed with calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K, nutrients essential for bone health. Without them, bones become fragile, increasing the risk of serious injury from a simple fall. You don't want powerful muscles surrounding weak bones. They have to work together. You can easily add greens to meals, toss spinach into eggs, stir kale into soups, sauté with garlic, or blend them into a smoothie with banana and yogurt. You won't even taste it. Think only dairy gives you strong bones? That's a myth. While dairy helps, leafy greens are just as effective, especially for people avoiding milk. Plus, their anti-inflammatory properties help reduce swelling in the legs, too. Lastly, the third food: beans, your energy-boosting muscle fuel. Beans like black beans, lentils, and chickpeas are affordable, easy to find, and full of benefits. They offer a powerful mix of protein for muscle repair, fiber to keep blood sugar steady, and iron plus B vitamins to help fight fatigue. Muscles need steady energy to keep you active. When your energy drops, movement declines, and so does leg strength. Beans provide slow-releasing energy to keep you going longer, whether you're walking, stretching, or simply staying on your feet. They're great for heart health, too. A strong heart means better blood flow to your legs, which helps muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need. How to add beans: stir them into stews, make hummus spreads, toss them into salads, or mix lentils with rice or pasta. Concerned about bloating? Start small, rinse canned beans well, and your body will adjust over time. To sum it up, salmon rebuilds muscle and boosts circulation, leafy greens build strong bones and ease inflammation, beans fuel your energy and aid muscle recovery. These aren't just foods, they're protectors of your mobility. They're strength on a plate. They're one of the simplest and kindest gifts you can give your body, meal by meal. We know it's tough watching your legs slow down, whether it's you or someone you love. That hesitation when standing, the reach for the wall, the once confident walk becoming careful and unsure. It feels like more than just aging. It feels like freedom slipping away, but your legs are more than limbs. They're your lifeline, to your independence, your memories, your adventures. They've carried you through so much, raising families, careers, joy, loss, and laughter. When they weaken, it hits home. Because it's not just physical, it's deeply personal. This is more than just emotional, it's grief unfolding slowly. But here's what I need you to truly hear: it's not too late. Not even close. Yes, your body ages, but it never stops responding to care. Every stretch, every nourishing meal, every gentle step you take, it all sends a message: I'm still choosing myself. Because when you work to keep your legs strong, you're really protecting your independence. You're preserving your freedom, your ability to live your life on your own terms. You're saying, I want to sit on the floor and play with my grandchildren. I want to see my garden bloom next spring. I want to walk without fear. I want to feel like myself again. And the truth is, you can. So today, start small. Just do one thing. Take a look in your kitchen. Do you have eggs, greens, maybe a can of sardines? If not, make a note for your next shopping trip. Strength returns in small decisions, made one at a time. You don't have to fix everything today. But you can take charge of this moment. And believe me, your legs, even if they feel weak now, can get stronger again. They're not finished carrying you. Not yet. You still have moments to savor, people to hold close, memories to make. So, care for your legs. Trust in them. Don't give up on them, because they aren't just keeping you upright, they're helping you live. And that life of yours? It's worth standing tall for. Let's take a moment to recap. Today, we talked about something most people feel but few discuss: leg weakness. It's often one of the earliest signs of aging, and it matters more than we think. We identified 3 major red flags: difficulty standing or moving around, that persistent tingling or chill in your feet, and the quiet fear of walking, sometimes mistaken for laziness or lack of effort. But we didn't stop with just the warning signs. We offered real tools to help: 3 powerful foods to fuel stronger legs, fatty fish to support joints and mobility, leafy greens to enhance blood flow and nerve health, and beans to repair muscles and strengthen bones. These aren't hard-to-find superfoods. They're everyday items that can make a world of difference, if you give them a chance. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you felt your legs losing strength over the years? Have you found habits that help you rebuild that strength, or are you just starting to try? Share your story in the comments. Let us know what's working, what's hard, or even just how you're feeling today. This isn't just a channel, it's a space to grow together. I read every message, because behind every name is a real person, with a life, a history, and a heart that still has so much left to give. If today's message touched you, even a little, consider subscribing to our channel. We're more than a video series, we're a supportive community. One that offers real advice, encouragement, and yes, honest truths, because you deserve guidance that respects your years and your experience. And if someone in your life needs to hear this, send it their way. Sometimes, the right words can change everything. Thank you for being here. Your time and attention mean the world. So until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and always keep moving forward.